We're not under your jurisdiction.
I'm Morris American from the
Okay.
land of Eczema, Turtle Island.
I just don't have a clue of what's going on with this.
I don't want to be a United States citizen no more. I'm not subject to United States no more. I'm tired of paying taxes. I can't even afford the insurance. My birthright is all I'm standing on. That's all I have, Your Honor. All due respect. I'm Morris American. I'm indigenous to this land. Nobody dragged me from Africa. This is my land. And you're going to respect me when you see that flag.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
All right, everyone, today we're dealing with a sovereign citizen who genuinely believes he's above the law, and this guy completely spirals into that usual sovereign citizen nonsense. Seriously, how do they even come up with this stuff? The judge is absolutely not tolerating it and calls him out hard as things start getting pretty heated, and trust me, it all kicks off when the judge begins reading through the packet this guy submitted to request the hearing in the first place. Drop a comment and rate how far gone you think he is from 1 to 10, because in my opinion he's way past a 10. But let's jump right into the video, and if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's get into it.
Mr. Grayson Bay, I did receive the documentations that you had. He has a table of contents here. He has a declaration of nationality legal notice, declaration of nationality, name correction, proclamation, public and publication, judicial notice and proclamation to all elected United States Republic office and public servant of federal, state, city, and municipal governments, personnel, and corporate entities concerning the Constitution and all statutory and civil law codes of the land. Know all men, etc. Know all men be these present. I, Grayson Bay, being duly affirmed, standing squarely, declare and proclaim upon divine law, naturals law, universal law, Moorish birthrights, international law, and constitutional law, declare and say, I being previously identified by the Union States Society of North America USA under the colorable warship name Javar Tyrone Grayson. I'm not going to continue to read the rest of that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well said, though. Thank you.
I just don't have a clue of what's going on with this.
Just a declaration of my nationality, Your Honor. Thank you, though. Well said, though.
Okay. So, and how? What am I supposed to take of this? You know, are you saying you're not an American?
I'm Morris American from the
Okay.
land of Eczema, Turtle Island. The issue is the corporation of United States, and that's the issue. And I'm under a natural law as Grayson Bay. I'm in natural form now as a man.
Can someone please translate what this guy is even saying? Because I swear it's like these people binge watch sovereign citizen conspiracy videos on YouTube right before walking into court, then show up full of confidence ready to throw a pile of nonsense at the judge as if it's somehow going to magically work. Newsflash, if he actually took the time to learn real law instead of inventing his own, he could probably get himself out of this tiny situation, since he's literally here for driving without a license, and that's it. All he had to do was pay a fine and move on. And honestly, I can't tell whether these people are mentally unwell or just broke and treating this as their last resort, because this stuff seriously gets me heated. But let's jump back into it.
Yeah, I mean, you said it excellent. You pronounced things perfectly. Yeah, but that's my nationality.
All right, so let's get to this.
Once again, I did proclaim that the court didn't have jurisdiction over me. That's where we were at.
For this matter, you know, Miss Snyder I guess she's assigned and she's going to be handling this matter. You said it's set for jury trial tomorrow.
Yeah, what I wanted to do was this, because I mean, I'm prepared to rule on some of this without even a jury trial. The only matter that I was really is the false name issue, which is what probably I'll let a jury decide on that, because this other stuff. That's why I had you on there was an opportunity. These were things that were filed, that he had filed, and I don't know if you've read them or had a response, or I know you probably haven't, but your office. It says, notice to all law enforcement, nationals or citizens are not required to show identification to a police officer. So what I'm going to do, he cited a Supreme Court case, Collender versus Lawson, 461 U.S. 352, 1983. And it says, in which the United States Supreme Court ruled that a police officer could not arrest a citizen merely for refusing to present identification. Now, I'm not even going, did you get arrested, Mr. Grayson Bay?
I was obtained.
So if there's no arrest, then how is this even pertinent here?
And under my jurisdiction, that's an arrest.
But we're not under your jurisdiction.
Once he touched my vehicle, it's a violation.
Well, listen, I don't recognize your jurisdiction in this court. I recognize the state of Michigan ordinances and laws and the Michigan court rules. So I'm going to conclude that this based on this document that you've given me, this would be your lead case. That I'm not going to consider that necessarily an arrest. You weren't taken into custody, were you?
Yeah, he touched me.
Oh wow, poor little sovereign citizen, he got touched. So let me get this straight, this entire hearing is happening because an officer touched him after he refused to show ID while driving without a license. Like seriously, make it make sense. I swear it feels like people are getting angrier and dumber as time goes on. Maybe it's just the internet, I don't know. But it honestly seems like things are getting worse, whether it's because I'm seeing it nonstop online or just through everyday interactions. People genuinely seem more clueless than ever. And watching these sovereign citizen clips every single day is definitely lowering my IQ, because you've got people out here thinking they can just ignore the law and pretend they're above everything. So what do you think, are people actually getting dumber or not? Let me know, but let's get back into it.
I know. Okay. That's yeah, I don't have anything. If that's your authority that I just read as far as your Morris Nation, I don't understand that.
Your Honor, also I'm not asking for a jury trial. I'm asking for you to make this decision. I'm asking for you.
But I told you that I'm not going to waive your jury trial rights. You're going to let
I don't want a jury trial. I want you. I trust you.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I trust you. I think you can make a firm decision and what's going on here. I'm pretty sure you see.
I want to make a decision right now on this stuff right now, on most of it. All I told you I'm going to do is the failure to ID.
Oh, shoot. I don't want this to hang up now.
The failure, false info and ID. I'm not going to make a decision on that. I'm going to let a jury make the decision on that.
I'm not really getting an understanding. I mean, I don't think you can even find 12 Morris people to even judge me or my peers. I mean, I'm not even going to consent to that. So I don't understand.
Well, how are you going to let me? Why do you want me to do it? I'm not Morris.
Well, then you need to I'll file a motion to dismiss this case.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
You got to file those motions on your own.
I'm telling you verbally right now. I'm filing a motion to dismiss this case.
Okay, I'm going to dismiss. I'm not going to grant the motion.
Take it to the next level.
Motion
I'm not
denied.
paying. I'm not paying. That's just it. I'm Morris American, man. I'm Morris American. Okay?
I'm not going to go back.
That's my birthright.
Listen, I understand that. Listen, right. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not disputing.
Right. I don't even think the prosecutor even wanted to attempt to even battle this. And it's not even against you, Judge. I understand your situation. You wants to be the ref. You can be the referee in this, but I don't think the prosecutor even want to go through this.
All right.
Motion to dismiss, Your Honor.
I'm not going to grant it.
Okay. Well.
This guy literally has zero foundation for his arguments, like none at all, and he genuinely seems to think the judge is just going to say, yeah, you're right, let's dismiss the case because you said so. Like, come on, man, I swear it feels like this guy's last two brain cells are battling each other right now. And the way he keeps smiling just gives off the impression that something isn't right mentally, at least that's how it comes across to me, because that goofy little grin is honestly kind of eerie, almost like it's piercing straight through your soul, and I don't know if you guys are picking up on that weird aura too or if it's just me. But on top of all that, this entire situation is a complete waste of taxpayer money. Like, why is the prosecutor even here when this guy could just pay the fine and move on? And honestly, if anyone deserves to be hit with extra fees, it's him for wasting everyone's time, because I really think he should walk out of this with some court fines for all of this nonsense. But let's dive back in.
What you do,
Mr. Morgan, go ahead and speak with Ms. Tucker and Mr. Greer. All right.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tucker, can you go back to the breakout room? Just
She's ready
tap
to
your
go.
prompt. Tap your prompt, please.
Your Honor, I need you to accuse yourself.
All right, no, I'm going to continue on. So that's the case he
I
cited.
probably motion for you to accuse yourself.
I'm going to deny it.
Okay. Well,
You can put it in writing, I'll deny it. So let's continue on with this notice to all law enforcement that the Supreme Court case was cited, and I haven't read that case yet, but I'll look it up. There is no such thing as failure to identify. You can sue the police for an illegal arrest and resist arrest with impunity. Okay, so he cited some cases here, State versus Robinson. That's looks like a Maryland case. State versus Mobley in those North Carolina case. State versus Adams versus State, Georgia case. And I guess you're saying on those cases that the person did not have to you can sue the police, that they sued the police and successfully sued the police for their a wrongful arrest and resisting arrest. Personal,
Your Honor, excuse me. I also have Thompson versus Smith, the right to travel.
well, that's on the next. I'm going under the failure to identify heading there.
Oh, okay.
That's under the next heading. So the next heading is personal liberty, the right or power of locomotion, of changing one's situation, or moving one's person to whatsoever place one's own inclination may direct without imprisonment or restraint, unless by due course of law. Unless by due course of law. Now, I don't know where you got this if this is the law. You didn't cite anything from that.
It goes on into Thompson versus Smith, the right of a citizen to travel.
Okay, the right of a citizen to travel upon a public highways and to transport one's property thereon, either by carriage or automobile, is not a mere privilege with a city, which a city may prohibit or permit at will, but a common right which she has under the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And again,
I believe I've
there's
read
Murlock versus.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's deal with this one right quick. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay. No problem.
What are you saying? What do you believe this case says?
You referring to me, Your Honor?
Yes.
It says what it says. I'm just waiting on your decision. I'm here to defend my birthright and my nationality. When you say that 5-pointed star on the street, leave me alone. That's my nationality. That's all I ask for. We should be questioning the officer for even bringing me to you. They got to have respect for that nationality, and that's all I'm here to prove. My nationality and my birthright. All that other color stuff and colorism calling me black, I'm not permitting that. I'm sorry. You're not going to pull me over because I'm driving around black. That is real.
So now this sovereign citizen starts going off about how driving while black is what gets him pulled over, and hold on, let's pause on that for a second. because if you're driving without a license in Detroit, you're going to get stopped no matter what color you are. It's not about skin color, it's about breaking the law, and let's be real, Detroit already has serious traffic issues, so if you're out there driving like a maniac, you're getting pulled over, period. Plus, police need reasonable suspicion to stop you, not just your skin tone. And while I do understand there are real systemic issues with policing, blaming everything on race instead of taking responsibility for your actions isn't the move. Like, you've got to pick one. Are you a sovereign citizen or are you playing the race card? Because doing both just makes no sense to me, especially when you're literally standing in front of a black judge, and if there was no evidence the case would be dismissed, but clearly that's not what's happening here. So let me know in the comments what you think about that race comment, and let's dive back in.
DWB is real. But when you turn around and have a nationality, that's where it stops. He probably shouldn't have brought me to you, and that's the issue. We should be holding him accountable for his actions, not you or the prosecutor. I'm pretty sure the prosecutor don't even want to battle this. But I'm going to stand on my birthright and my nationality. That's my right. That's my common law. I'm very passionate about it, Your Honor, as you can see. So if I seem a little upset, or if I get a little, mischief at you, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But my birthright will stand. I don't want to be a United States citizen no more. I'm not subject to United States no more. I'm tired of paying taxes. I can't even afford the insurance. My birthright is all I'm standing on. That's all I have, Your Honor. All due respect. I'm Morris American. I'm indigenous to this land. Nobody dragged me from Africa. This is my land. And you're going to respect me when you see that flag. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go back to what you filed here. Thomas versus Smith, 154 Southeast 579. I think you need to read that in its entirety, because this is one of the cases that I've seen before that has been filed, and it appears to the court that it's saying exactly the opposite of what you believe it's saying. It is saying that the city can revoke your license. You don't have the authority to operate a vehicle on the city streets.
You want to battle the dead entity. That's what it is. You want to charge me on this dead entity side, and I can't.
No, I don't know what you mean by charging on the dead.
entity.
I'm going by. Wait a minute. Here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna talk. You're gonna listen. I'll let you talk.
Yep.
I'll let you talk. I'll listen.
Let's get it. You're right.
You filed this.
That's right.
You cited this case law. Okay, so you're saying, and I'm giving you the benefit of going over this stuff.
Thank you.
This is another case that I'm gonna that you cited, that I am going to tell you that it's actually Shuttlesworth versus Birmingham. This is the court actually takes offense to you filing this.
Oh, you can already tell the judge is about to lose patience here, because this guy clearly has no idea what he even filed. And honestly, I've never seen a sovereign citizen who actually understands the cases they cite in court. It's always the same thing, where you simply ask them about the laws or cases they're throwing around and they immediately get flustered, because it's either completely made up nonsense or they have absolutely no clue what they referenced in the first place. And the easiest way to shut down a sovereign citizen is just to hit them with real legal knowledge, since they can't back up anything they're saying, which makes it incredibly easy to debunk and honestly pretty hilarious, as this guy just keeps digging himself into a deeper and deeper hole. But credit to the judge here, because he's genuinely giving this guy a fair shot, so no one can say he didn't get a fair trial. And now let's wrap this up and see what the judge ends up sentencing this idiot to.
It's a court case.
I do.
It's a court case. How will you be offensive?
No, I'm taking offense to you filing this and using this in your filing as a reason for you not to have a driver's license. And I don't know if you've read this case or not. It doesn't seem and appear that you've read any of these cases thoroughly, because I've gone through each one of these cases at different times, and if they each of them say exactly the opposite of what you appear that it says. And the Shuttlesworth case goes back to a time in history where we're still dealing with, where Reverend Shuttlesworth was a reverend in Birmingham, Alabama. And you're citing this case to saying that Shuttlesworth was saying that he can drive without a valid driver's license.
Definitely
That analogy to this case, and it's saying nothing of that sort. And I wish you would take time and read to what this case is saying, because I don't even think you, as a Moorish American, would I think you would retract this case law right here from what you've filed. You're using the people in the civil rights era who are trying to fight for their rights to march or down a public street. That's what this case was about. He's taken his congregation down a public street. He walked them on the sidewalk. He did not interfere with any traffic, and he crossed the street not against the lights or anything, and they still arrested Mr. Shuttlesworth for not having a license to congregate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but
you're right.
And you're saying that he needs to have a license. That is analogous to you not having a license to drive.
If he want to proclaim he's black, he needed a license.
All right, I'm done with this. I've spent enough time on this, and as what I'm going to do is I'm going to rule on the cases ahead of trial for the refusal to exhibit driver's license. I'm going to find you guilty of that. For the refusal of for having no insurance and no proof, I'm going to find you responsible. I'm going to find you responsible for an expired plate. We'll go to trial on the seatbelt, on a formal hearing on the seatbelt issue tomorrow, and the false ID tomorrow. All right, that's going to be the ruling of the court. If there's nothing further, Mr.
Yeah, there is, Your Honor. Can you send that information in writing? You have the address.
It's going to be on the ROA. And you can get a transcript made up by the court, all right?
Okay.
What time you gotta be?
What time is court tomorrow?
It's going to be, come on at 8:30.
Okay, you're going to do this again? Because no jury trial.
It's going to be a jury trial, all right?
I want a jury trial.
But you don't make the rules.
But tomorrow, I'm just going to put a request in.
Jury trial tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Very well.
So now this guy takes things to the next level by wasting even more money by demanding a jury trial, which, let's be honest, he's going to lose 100%, and guess who's footing the bill for that? The taxpayers. It's honestly mind-blowing how these sovereign citizens think they're somehow winning by dragging everything out when all they're really doing is digging themselves deeper and deeper into a hole of nonsense, convinced that some made-up laws are going to get them out of a simple ticket. Newsflash, it won't, and it never has, and all they're accomplishing is wasting everyone's time, especially the poor jury that's going to have to sit through all of his nonsense. Because seriously, these people need to take responsibility and just move on, since pretending to be above the law helps no one. And honestly, at this point I can't even be mad anymore, because it's just funny, and this guy is insanely entertaining to watch, like watching this whole circus unfold really shows how ridiculous these arguments are. And if they actually took the time to learn real law instead of leaning on conspiracy theories, they'd save themselves a lot of trouble. But instead they just keep spinning their wheels and making things worse for themselves. It's literally like watching a slow-motion car crash where you can't look away even though you know they're not getting out of it. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to know what you guys think about this whole court hearing. Is this sovereign citizen completely out of his mind, or do you think he actually has a chance? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Also drop any recommendations you have for court hearings. Thanks so much for watching and take care.